A disabled DeKalb County man fighting for his rights as a renter.
After living with a partially collapsed ceiling, mold, and cockroaches, a judge awarded him $25,000. But nearly 2 years later, he's still waiting.
Atlanta News First investigator Anastasia Olmos began this investigation back in April and has continued to push for answers for this man and renters all across Metro Atlanta.
This is the dishwasher.
It's not a sight for a weak stomach.
Those are roach crab.
This is what Pastor George Polk had been living in for years when we met him in April.
This is the mold, and as you can see, it was leaking from upstairs. See how the wall pushed in right there?
He and his daughter moved into the Cobbs Creek apartment homes in DeKalb in 2019. He soon discovered a cockroach problem.
The roaches coming out the crevices inside the freezer.
Then water intrusion.
So if the rain rains this way, it's water all on the floor.
And part of the ceiling caving in.
That whole ceiling up there collapsed. Oh, well.
But after an Atlanta News First investigation,
This is the new dishwasher.
Pastor George started to see repairs.
They replaced the whole sliding glass door, and they completed that. But this what they left undone.
As of September, we found
You can take this whole window out.
spots on new paint. The bathroom still needs an accessible toilet for his disabilities and more live cockroaches.
They spray, but the stuff they spray, it seems like it doesn't really kill like it should.
But Pastor George's story is complicated. He survives month to month with less than $1,000 from Social Security. When he withheld rent for repairs in 2023, he found himself fighting an eviction in court. He showed the judge evidence of his living conditions, and she ordered his landlord to pay him $25,000 in damages and make repairs. She instructed him to pay his monthly rent into the court, and they would release it when repairs were complete. But nearly 2 years later, Pastor George is still waiting.
They're gonna opt out of not giving me the money and then make me homeless. That's what my fear is, so I'm glad my daughter left last Thursday to go to college. So it's just me, because I face homelessness, not my daughter.
Atlanta News First Investigates found it's even more complicated because the apartment owner defaulted on its loan shortly after the court order to pay him damages. The lender placed it into a receivership with a financial advisory company, B. Riley, to potentially sell the property to a new owner. The receiver's responsibility is to run the business and, according to the court documents, pay any prior expenses it deems necessary to run the property.
These are all the receipts from DeKalb Court that I've been paying since the judge ordered.
But now B. Riley's lawyers are saying he's behind on rent. Pastor George says he did stop paying for several months as B. Riley tried to negotiate a smaller payout that he didn't end up accepting.
These are the official court receipts.
While his receipts show he's paid at least $14,000 to the court, B. Riley's lawyers say he's only paid $9,000 and owes
$32,582. How I owe all this other money?
The lawyers also told him that B. Riley completed the repairs and to tell the court to release the rent payments.
The moment I feel like quitting, that spirit rise up, fight. You're going to see change, fight.
After our first story, Pastor George filed a FIFE, a legal document requiring a debt to be paid before a property sells. He also started a GoFundMe for help moving out. But for now, he continues to pay rent to the court and wait.
Lord, sometimes the assignment be too great, but I got to stay the course.
We reached out to B. Riley and their lawyers, but we did not receive a response. But since then, Pastor George's community manager did approve a new toilet and windows.
Well, Anastasia, we know this is such a complicated situation. So what should renters do if they themselves are fighting for repairs?
Right. So many in Atlanta here we hear from. But first thing here, request the repairs in writing. Wait and request again. Document everything. File a complaint with your local code enforcement office so that they can come and inspect. Never stop paying rent. That will keep an eviction off your record. And if it comes to the last resort here, file a lawsuit with the county magistrate court. report. Now, Pastor George did file several complaints with code enforcement. We found many people at his complex actually complained about the same issues. I explained what happened and what the county has to say about it in an article right now at AtlantaNewsFirst.com. I'm Anastasia Olmos. Atlanta News First investigates.
Anastasia, thank you. And for more investigations just like this, don't miss 2 new episodes of Uncovered by A&F Investigates this Sunday starting at 7 p.m. only on Atlanta News First.